Hello and welcome to Back to Basics. Today we will be preparing steak and chips. For this recipe you'll need fresh cream, sherry, beef stock cube, potatoes, steak, fresh rosemary, garlic, butter, salt and pepper. To get things started, we're going to look at how to prepare the best, crispiest chips. To start off, we're going to need our potatoes and a pot of cold water. We're going to generously season this with about 2 tablespoons of salt. Then we're going to bring it to a boil and allow it to cook for 10 to 15 minutes. Starting the water from cold allows your potatoes to cook more evenly, resulting in a fluffier texture to your finished chips. You want to remove your potatoes from the water and set aside on a cooling rack and allow it to cool to room temperature so that you can handle them, at which stage you're going to cut them into nice thick chips before leaving to cool and dry out further. Then we're going to go ahead and add these to medium heat oil and allow it to cook until lightly coloured but not golden brown yet. Then we're going to remove these and set them aside to cool once again while we heat up our oil to a hot temperature with a sprig of fresh rosemary. We're going to add our chips back in, making sure to agitate the chips in the oil. Once your chips are nice and golden brown, you're going to remove these to some kitchen paper to drain any excess oil. You can go ahead and keep these warm in the oven on low heat while you get to work on your steak. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and pat your steaks dry with a little bit of kitchen paper. This will ensure a deeper golden colour when searing. Now the selection of steak is really down to personal preference, but we are using an entrecôte steak here, but sirloin or rump would work just as well for this method. We are going to recommend not to use fillet steak as it will dry out too quickly. What you want to do is season generously with salt and pepper and make sure that it evenly covers the surface before taking over to a smokingly hot cast iron pan. You want to put these fat side down just to render out the fat a little bit before you go on to actually searing your steaks. You want to fry for about 3 to 5 minutes or until golden brown before flipping over and adding in a knob of butter, 2 cloves of garlic and a sprig of fresh rosemary. This is so you can baste your steaks, taking the depth of flavor to a whole new level. There are few things as delicious in this world as browned butter. And when you're happy with the doneness of your steak, you can remove it and allow it to rest for half the cooking time while you go ahead and move on to preparing your sauce. Into the same pan, we're going to add about 50 ml of sherry. If this flames up, do not panic. That is just the alcohol burning off, but do be careful. Once you scrape down the bottom of your pan, you're going to go ahead and add your fresh cream and your stock cube, stirring this to combine before adding black pepper to taste. You're looking at about 1 to 2 tablespoons. Now be patient. On a low temperature, you're going to cook this until it's thickened enough to coat the back of a spoon. Now your steak should be nice and rested. You're going to go ahead and cut these on the diagonal and serve alongside your delicious crispy golden chips and a generous serving of your decadent creamy pepper sauce. Enjoy. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to head over to Facebook and Instagram where you can find us at My Taste Buds TV.